All right, guys, so you're probably watching this video because you want to know how to access your AI agent, specifically voice agent, with the Google Calendar tool via MCP. So we're going to start from the very beginning, and I'm going to assume that you don't know what an MCP is. So what's an MCP? Just a brief explanation. An MCP is the new way to give your AI agent, in this case, voice agent, access to external tools and functions. So in this case, give your agent access to the Google Calendar create booking function. Um, the previous way to do it was the make automation. So you would create a make automation or an N8N automation, and you would run the webhook, and then it would run the automation, and then it would bill your account and stuff like that. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, don't even worry about it because it's not the way to do things anymore. Um, MCP is the new way. So we're gonna now that we got that out of the way, next what we're gonna talk about is um, we're gonna get the Google Calendar credentials, and then finally we're actually gonna get into setting up the tools with your AI agent. So just some things that we want to make sure that you guys have before we get started is the Apify account, and then Retail AI. That's just the voice agent. Obviously, you guys know that. Um, and then obviously Google Calendar account and credentials. So we're gonna start. We're gonna go through this step by step together, and I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen, and we're gonna create an Apify account together. So let's do that right now, and share this. Okay. So so it's literally just Apify.com. So Apify.com, and then you'll be taking this screen here. So okay, so we're inside of Apify here, and I think I can create a new account, but I already have an account created. So there should be a thing in the top here, and it says create account. It's free. It's absolutely free, guys. So you get basically how it works is if you used Make or any of those automation websites, it's kind of the same thing. Whereas you get like a certain amount of credits for free, and then once you use those credits, well, the credits replenish every month. So it's like I think you get like $5 on Apify, and then they replenish every month with a new $5. And $5 doesn't sound like a lot, but you guys will see like it gets you a long ways. You might not even need to pay for it. And you probably won't, to be honest. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go to console because I have an account already. And so basically what this will all look really new to you guys because you guys haven't been on the website properly. But if you guys want me to create like an in-depth explanation of everything that I'm doing, just let me know either in school or in the comments here. But I'm just gonna give you a step-by-step on how to set it up without the explanation. So from here, what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to go click on Aptify Store, and then we're gonna look up the name of my actor. So it would be Google Calendar Create Event Tool. So it would be this one here. Click on it, and I think this will look different for you. So let me go ahead and switch my account so I can get like a user interface here. So this is what it would look like for you guys. We only need to fill in 4 of these parameters here. So it would be access token, refresh token, client ID, and client secret. So notice how it has a lock here. That means that all of these are classified, and once you put it in, you cannot see it again, and nor can anybody else. Nobody can access your access token or any of your credentials from Google. So we're going to go into the information tab here, and what this is basically a description explaining how to use this tool and integrate it. So basically, it's explaining what I'm explaining in the video. It's just easier to follow in video format. So we're going to go down and we're going to go into the steps that show you how to integrate. These are all the things before this are just um, other things that you should read when it comes to like good practices and stuff like that. So let me see if I can find it. Okay, so here we go. Option B, use Apify's official MCP server. So this is the way that we're going to go. After this video, I'm going to edit it because this is the only option you can actually use. So I'm going to take out option A direct or entirely, just because this is the most user friendly and easiest way to configure and give your AI agent access to the tool. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go. Sorry, I just switched tabs, so it reset, but we're going to scroll back down, and this is where we should be. So we're going to copy this URL. There we go, copy the URL. And actually, we're going to copy the second URL here because it's already configured with the username. So copy that second URL, and then we're going to go into Retail AI. And once we get in here, you're going to create a agent. Well, or if you already have an agent that you want to integrate it with, click on that. And what I've done here is I just set some parameters. So when I test the agent, it won't constantly ask me the same questions, like how long the duration of the meeting will be, what is the location, stuff like that. So I just pre-configured it in the prompt, and you guys could do the same if you'd like. So I already have this integrated into my agent here, but I'll just add another one and I'll show you guys how to do it. So the name does not matter. So for this, I'll just put in voice. I can spell voice, MCP, and then we're going to paste in that URL that we just did. So the only thing that you're going to have to insert yourself is right here where it says your API token. So we're going to delete that and we're going to put in our API token, obviously. So we're going to delete it until right before the equals. So it'll be token equals and then paste right here API. So I'll show you how to get that API. Back in Apify here, on the sidebar, scroll down, settings, API and integration. API is right here, and then you're going to copy it here. So we're going to go ahead and copy that API and go back to retail. And we're going to paste in the API here. So right after the equals, paste. And I'm going to reset my API, guys, so don't try to steal my information, please. And we're going to go ahead and save it. But before we save it, let me just make a quick comment here. So if the URL is how we add more tools to our MCP. So once I create more tools, so I'm going to create more tools like this one for the use cases of just AI agents. So in the future, once those are created, then all we would have to do is put a comma, and then this right here, this part that I'm highlighting, that is the URL to the tool. So let me just show you guys where that is from, just for future reference. For this, you don't necessarily need to know it because it's in the pre-configured URL. But just so you guys know, let's just go back to my Google Calendar. And this right here is the URL that is inside of Retail AI. So for future reference, if you wanted to add more tools, all you would have to do is just copy this URL right here, and add it to the end. Add it to the end of this one inside of Retail AI. So you just do comma, paste in tool URL. So simple enough. Let me just delete this comma. And we're going to go ahead and save this and click on Add Tools, and boom, right there. So all of these, since we're using the Apify MCP server that they already made, they already have some pre-configured tools. But the good thing about retail is that we can choose which tools we want to use, and we don't have to use all the tools that they have pre-configured. So we're just going to click on this one right here. That's the one that we just added, the Google Calendar Create event. If you added more tools, they would also appear here, and then you can click on those also. So tool must be unique across general tools. Okay, so basically what this, I already have it added up here, so that's why it won't let me add it again. But for you guys, it should let you add the tools. So yeah, once you have that added, we have to configure our Google credentials back inside of Apify. So we got the URL integrated with Retail AI, and Retail AI sees Google Calendar as a tool. So all we have to do now is set up our credentials with the tool so that it can add the booking to our own calendar. So we will walk through that together right now. So we're back in the information tab inside of Apify. And like I said before, you can use this to reference everything that we were going through. So every step by step. So I'm gonna try to whiz through this real fast. Create Google Cloud project. There we go. Google Cloud project creating API and services right there. Click on that. I'm not sure if this is exactly what yours will look like, but I think it would look something like this. Up here, right next to the Google Cloud logo, my calendar integration, new project. If you guys don't have a project, I don't think it'll look like this. It probably would just say new project on it. I already went through, and or matter of fact, I'll just recreate it. So name it whatever you want. The thing, the information tab says name it my calendar integration. So that's what we're gonna do. I already have one named my calendar integration, so I'm not sure that it'll work, but for you guys, it'll work. Create. Okay, it's creating, and then we're gonna select the project right there. Okay, so the project is selected, and from here we are going to go to library, I believe, and then we're going to look up Google Calendar API, click on the API, click enable. Your API is now enabled. So like I said before, it's a little bit more complex than a simple API. So you have to get some other credentials in order to make the API work. So in order to get those other credentials, we're going to go to the OAuth consent screen right here in the sidebar, get started. App name, my calendar app, that's what it says in the information tab. Again, I don't know that it really matters. User support email, that's your email. Next, external, yep, next. Another email. I think it could be the same email. It might have to be different, but just put in one of your emails. Put in the same one just to be safe. Okay, so put in that email, agree, create. Okay, so we're going to create a client. application type, web application, web client. Again, the name doesn't really matter, but the information tab says name it My Calendar app. So that's what we'll do. We'll just follow this directly. And oh wait, no, I was looking at the wrong one. It says name it calendar integration. So that's what we'll name it. We're just going to follow this exactly what it says. Name calendar integration. Okay. Add URI. Or sorry, add redirect URI. We're going to delete that. And then we're going to paste it. We're going to copy this redirect URI right here. This is very essential. You need this. I'll explain it in a second. And we will paste that here. Create. Right there. Client ID. We need that. We're going to copy it. Okay. I create another Appify tab just so I can insert my credentials. So client ID. Mine looks already filled in because I already put some in, put in the credentials, but we'll do it again just for learning purposes. Right there, paste in client ID. And then we're going to go back to this. And for you guys, the client secret will probably show up right under the client ID. So for you guys, it would probably show up like right down here, right in this area. I'm not sure exactly why it didn't for me, but usually it does. But for me though, I can find it right here. So if it doesn't show for you guys, find it right here, copy it, go in here, going back into Appify, client secret, paste it in. Simple as that. So we got the ID, we got the secret. Now we just need token and refresh token. So let's see what it says here. We're going to add ourselves as a user. This is very essential. Add yourself as a test user. Go back to this page and audience, click on audience, test user right here. Add yourself. You're going to add your email that you want this is going to be your Google Calendar email. So go ahead and add that. Save it right there. Okay. So we are a test user. And let's see, next step. Go to Google OAuth Playground. Okay, right here, guys. So we clicked on the Google OAuth Playground link, and that's where we are right here. So this is why we put the redirect URI, because we're redirecting to this URI right here, the OAuth. And we're going to scroll down until we reach the Google Calendar, like it says inside the information tab. It's one of the first Google Calendar, or one of the first Google selections here. And we're going to click on the first option underneath Google Calendar API v3. Click on it, authorize APIs. Right here, click on the same email that you used for a test user. So if you didn't put yourself as a test user, this email would not be validated and you would not be able to use it. So that's why it's very important to put yourself as a test user. Click continue, exchange authorization code for tokens. Right here, access token. Don't copy the quotations, only copy the token. Copy it. We're going to go back into Appify. Right here, access token, paste, save. And then we're going to do the same for the refresh token. The refresh token. And like I said before, guys, it's probably obvious, but I will be refreshing all of my tokens. So please don't try to steal my stuff. I don't think you would, but we're going to go back into Appify. We're going to paste this in. Okay. We got all the essential tokens pasted in. So just to reiterate what we've done, we've given our MCP access to the tool, and we've given our tool access to our Google Calendar. So now all we have to do is save and start. And this is very essential. You have to save and start it before you run it through Retell, because this is what saves it to, it's called key value stores, which is essentially a storage space. So it saves your credentials to your storage space so that you don't have to put in your credentials every time. So make sure you save and start it manually inside of this page right here before you start it in Retell. So save and start. And then there's a pre-configured input. So you'll get the meeting. It'll just be with the pre-configured input. But when you run it through Retell, the input changes based on the information that you tell Retell. So right now, you'll get a booking for, what is this, 2025, August 17th, I believe. So, and then we can go check that. We can double check that it's there. So let me see real quick if the Google Calendar is there, or if the meeting is there. Okay, so the meeting is right here. Like it said, oops, I did not mean to do that. The meeting is right here within my Google Calendar. And yeah, simple as that, guys. So it's working. And there's no specified parameters or like information or anything because we didn't specify it with Retell or in the input schema. But as you specify it with Retell, it'll show up on your calendar with those specific details. All right, guys. So your actor, your voice agent should have access to the tools. And like I said before, we will be creating more tools as time goes on. And what I want you guys to do is you can either leave it in the comments what tools would be necessary or what tools you want to see created. Shoot me a message on school. Really, just reach out any way that you want or any way that you can, and I'll work on creating those tools to help your AI voice agent have access to those tools and make your life simpler, make all of our life simpler. So hopefully that helped. If you guys have questions, again, you can also comment. You can leave comments inside of the Appify console underneath the actor, or just hit me up on school, hit me up in the comments. I'll look at them also. Yeah, hopefully that helped you guys, and let me know if you need anything.